Welcome to the section on calculating contract adjustments. What we will be working with are Medicare and Medigap participating, a made-up company called Aetna, an out-of-network or non-par, and then a made-up Green Cross, Green Shield, and Medicaid, where we are participating with both of those as well. The columns that you'll see are the last names of the patients, the dates of service, the CPT code, the charge amount, the allowed amount, the patient responsibility or coinsurance, the adjustment per contract, and then for the purposes of discussion, whether or not we forward this on to our second insurance. The first part of our discussion will be around calculating the adjustment per the contract. Let us begin with the adjustment per contract concept. Every contract that a provider engages with a payer will have some sort of reimbursement methodology. Typically, this is a per CPT code allowed amount as of May 2018. This is called fee for service. There are other payment methodologies which will be discussed in different units. The allowed amount is the total of the patient responsibility and the insurance responsibility. The charged amount will be determined by the facility or the provider's office. There are many different ways that this is calculated, and again is subject for another discussion. So the next thing we're going to do is calculate the amount of the adjustment, and the math looks like this. It's a charged amount minus the total allowed amount, which as you see is the insurance and the patient responsibility. Doing some simple subtraction, we get to $55.84. This contract amount will never be recovered. It is considered a cost of doing business. It was never part of the expected accounts receivable anyway, so it will be considered a contractual adjustment. Any attempt to collect this when you are a participating provider is considered balance billing, and balance billing is not a good idea. Balance billing only is appropriate if the patient is out of network and the insurance company is paying anything at all, which we'll talk about in a moment. So of course we would do the same thing with our in-network Aetna here, and so the math again looks like this. So we've gone ahead and calculated for our other participating amounts. It is $127, again, the charged amount, minus the allowed amount, gives us $50.68 for our contract adjustment. We're going to skip this out of network for just a moment. Skip down here to our cataract surgery. Now again, this adjustment looks really huge. That's because it is. It is a contractual adjustment nonetheless, because we are participating with this Green Cross, Green Shield, and Medicaid. So the contractual adjustment will be $593.73. We will be able to collect $656.27 total between the insurances and the patient payment. And in our next lecture, we'll talk about whether or not to forward these to the insurances. For our last calculation, you'll notice that we are not participating with this network. So our actual allowed amount is really whatever we charge. In some cases, we can get out-of-network benefits, but in this case, the patient will have to pay out of pocket. So our contractual adjustment of $130 minus the $130 gives us a $0 adjustment, which means there is no adjustment. All we do is apply this to patient responsibility. Thank you for listening.